DenseRadio.com and Digital Revolution Radio. Yeah! That's 3 stations streamed, heard in 129 countries.
Yeah.
And we have our next guest of the night. We have Comedy of Terror, Adam Dane and Robert Swanson.
Hell yeah.
They came from Seattle.
Don't hold it against us.
Yeah, don't hold it against them. And they brought gifts like we did last time when they were here 2 years ago.
All right.
Because since then, since it's been 2 years, they got 2 albums. So you guys have been busy still. And what we have here is Rocket Motel, right?
Yep.
And then No Witnesses. Is that right?
Yeah. It's Comedy of Terror's Super
Hits.
All right.
So it's like the best stuff?
It's two from each of the 7 records remixed by Kelly Gray.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So where was Rocket Hotel done at?
I'm in a rut. We're still at London Bridge, still with Jonathan Plum, still getting Kelly to mix.
Well, yeah, I mean it works for you guys.
It does. It works really well.
Yeah. I mean you guys come out with some really rocking tunes, you know.
It gets better, you know. The more you do it, the easier it gets. They know how we work. We know how they work.
Yeah.
There's less fuss, less muss.
I just love how you guys build songs. You just create these amazing songs. I just love your music.
Well, what you don't know or remember, and they probably don't either, was when they were here last time, I was talking to them about returning to do an acoustic set.
Yeah.
But that fell through, at least for the moment. But if you guys ever want to come back and do that,
It can be done.
yeah, that would be really cool.
That would be killer.
We'll have everything streamed by Fancy James Kennedy on Facebook Live, and then we put it up on all our various radio sites that we have. And of course, all the listeners that are listening to us now live.
That's like radio with video, huh?
Yeah,
That's like freaking television.
I know. Yeah, so I was always kind of against having video on my show because there's a lot of things going on here.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want everyone to see everything going on, but there's a lot of shenanigans, put it that way.
Weed's legal now. We aren't snorting as much cocaine as we used to, so.
Yeah, not lately.
Unless there's strippers here. If there's strippers here, or dancers, then we always do
And
coke.
it's the good stuff.
Do a line off their hip or something.
Yeah, the best way.
Right. So, anyway, so Comedy of Terrors, man. So they put out these 2 great albums, man, I can't wait to spin some of this stuff.
Hell yeah.
So, how long was the writing for this?
Well, our original drummer moved back to Germany.
Okay.
We have a song called "Send Me Back to Germany." Well, apparently we did.
Wow.
But he has 2 kids, 2 autistic boys, and with current administration in there, they have to kind of look to the future to see who's going to take care of their kids when they can't take care of them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And the social system here wasn't going to do it, so they moved back to Germany where they could get their kids integrated
Okay.
back into the social system.
Yeah.
He just got U.S. citizenship, but he's still German as well, so they had dual citizenship.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
So it took almost a year to find another drummer,
Wow.
which we have. And in the meantime, I also had a 4-way bypass.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So that put us down for about a month.
Wow. Just a month. But, so you kind of...
So how's Seamus Gleason working out on drums?
Right. He's in every band every other week.
So at any rate, Rocket Motel was actually, when Ruby told me he was moving back to Germany, I said, well, fuck, I better get some shit out of him while I can. So I had like 3 songs in the can, wrote 3 or 4 more. I said, okay, called Plum, said, we're coming in.
Locked out London Bridge Studios for a day, took Ruby
Went in,
Did it all in a day?
Got drums and bass, and it spent a couple of months, finished them like we usually do.
Yeah. So, Robert, tell me a little bit about the bypass, though. Like, did you have signs that told you that you had clogged arteries, or did you have a stroke? Or?
I got family. All my family, there's no cancer in my family. They all drop a heart disease, so I knew it was coming at some point. But I take pretty good care of myself. But one night, at about 2 a.m., I'm laying there and it feels like there's a gorilla sitting on my chest.
Yeah.
Get up, try to walk it off. It's not walking off. I finally woke my wife up and said, take me down to the emergency room.
Yeah.
And they ran it through, sent me to Tacoma General. And the guy comes back and he goes, Stents ain't going to fix this, buddy.
Oh, God.
So I said, when can you do it? So 2 days later they did it.
Yeah.
That's
He
scary.
was back in the studio recording within 3 weeks, I think.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So I mean, how did you get this? What are you eating bacon all the time or whatever?
No, man, it's genetic. I got an Asian doctor, and he looks at me, and he says, you know, Northern European extraction, blue eyes, you might just be fucked.
Well, don't you take like a daily aspirin or something?
I
Anything
do
like that?
now.
Yeah, now. See, I do
Yeah.
that. I do that myself. I don't have heart problems or anything like
Yeah,
that, but
if you-
I do it for preventative maintenance.
Yeah, I could make diet and exercise a full-time job, and I'd still have gotten this. So it's just
Yeah.
It is what it is. We're all dealt with the cards we have. We just got to make the best of it.
Yep.
Yeah. And God has gifted you guys with some really great music and songwriting. And who's doing the majority of this? Robert, is it you or Adam?
It's Robert. He doesn't. He's the
as
song
long as
genius
the drummer's
behind
cool,
everything.
we can write songs.
All right, you have a good
Your
drummer.
band is only as good as your drummer. That
Right.
that is the fucking truth.
Because if you have a weak drummer, your songs don't sound powerful. They don't come across right. You sound weak.
Well, I always say the drummer's the heartbeat of the band. You know, keeps the tempo, and you know.
Right.
A band can get by with a weak drummer, but it can't shine with a weak drummer.
Right.
No, absolutely. You'll just be okay.
Yeah.
So are you saying that you build the songs around the drummer and that
I build
So,
songs
I mean-
around my interaction with the drummer. I got a
Oh,
riff.
right.
If I play it at home by myself, it's like jacking off. If I play it with a drummer, it's like fucking. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
I got it.
Pardon the metaphor there, but that really is the rock and roll metaphor. The bridge is the
Right.
money shot, and the whole thing.
There we go.
Right.
It's like the reach around. When you get the drummer in there, it's like, ha!
It's going one way, and then you start playing with the drummer, and it goes
Goes
another
another,
way.
yeah.
And it goes a cooler way almost every time.
Right. So, man, what's the drummer's name?
The drummer on all these records is named Rupie Barnacle. He's from Germany. He was in Simon Asher before us, which had a record deal, and they were around here for years. He was here for almost 30 years.
Wow.
And he moved back. So the drummer we got now is Robert Crute,
Mm-hmm.
a Guitar Center, what do you call it, not alumni, veteran? I don't know. That's the drum shop at Guitar Center.
Yeah.
But he's an animal, he's a beast, and it's taken a while to work it in, but it's working out.
That's cool.
All right.
So your other drummer,
Rupert.
Rupie.
Rupert. Yeah. Now he's married. Is that?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
married. They got 2 kids, but both their boys are autistic, and they're going to require care when they're incapable.
Yeah.
And they needed to get them integrated into some sort
Did
of...
they hook up like 90 Day Fiance kind of thing? And you know.
No, actually, they were married from in Germany. They came here this way. His wife's a doctor. She's still working contract here. She still contracts and works because the money's better here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the resources are better there, but the paycheck's better
Yeah,
here. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you just work.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And he takes care of the boys and is getting them into the system, into the social system. Plus, they got to be paying taxes to get them into the system.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So so there's been some changes since we saw them 2 years ago. You know, with a new drummer now. His bypass.
Well, yeah.
What else has happened that we've missed in the last 2 years?
Well, just in my own defense, musically, the kind of songs you hear are the only freaking songs I know how to write. So I can show you 2 other drummers at 30 years of music, and basically that's the kind of music I write.
yeah.
Adam might want to talk about some of the things he's doing right now, since he's playing in extracurricular activities.
You got side bands or side gigs?
A couple things going on right now.
What, tribute bands?
I'm in one tribute band,
Oh,
the Cult,
God.
man. That's
Which one?
the Cult. That's the only thing I'd ever
What?
do. Yeah.
You're in a cult
Cult
tribute band?
Yeah, I love it.
Really?
Wow.
The Sun Kings.
I had
There
a
you go,
chance to play with one of
Spot.
my
That's you?
one of my best friends, Spot.
Stop it,
Started that up. And
No,
I used
I'm
to be in a band back in the '90s, and so he asked me if I wanted to do that with him, and I jumped on it. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
rad.
something for fun.
Wow. That's
And then the other thing I just started, I actually just rehearsed with them last Saturday for the first time, is you know the guys in Coven, right?
Oh, they were here a
yeah.
couple weeks ago.
Jamie Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got another recording project they're doing called Nukebox Zero,
Oh.
Right. No, he did
So,
talk about that.
Yeah, so I'm one of the new guitar players in that band. So that's
Awesome.
pretty cool.
Alright.
So some,
Small world.
180 BPM thrash.
Yeah.
So it's good stuff.
That's killer, man.
Yeah, we had some really
like
good
that,
party when Cousin was here.
Yeah, that was a killer show. That was the first show of the year.
Yeah, it was with Debbie Blackout, January 20th.
Yep.
It was a great show. All right, well, who else is in the band that we haven't mentioned?
Well, there's
Because there's like 5 or 6 of you.
yeah, Ken Shepard is still a bass player, so he's the bass player record for the last 5 records. So he's
Did
doing
you say
well.
Ben Shepherd?
Ken Shepard? Other people have made this mistake as well. I've had this conversation before. Ken Shepard, not to be mistaken with the other one. And
Ben Baker.
Robert Crute and Kurt Williams, the singer on all this shit, plus some other bands that I've done. Kurt's my go-to guy these days. He's
All right.
really easy to work with, really prolific, and got good skills.
So now, how long ago did Rocket Hotel come out?
6-8 months, probably.
Motel. Hotel, motel. 6 or 8 months?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Like I said, that had that little bit of activity that kind of
yeah, put you on this.
screwed my process up for a little
Sure.
bit.
Well, just momentarily.
Yeah.
You know, that could have gone a lot worse.
It could,
Yeah.
well,
I
actually,
know.
the cardiologist, when I first went to see the cardiologist afterwards, he goes, "I don't remember you." Then he looks at his chart and he goes, "Oh, now I remember you." I go, "You didn't fucking say that when I was in there."
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been one of my biggest fears is heart attack
Yeah,
or stroke.
I get so scared that, yeah.
Because I'm diabetic, so I'm susceptible to that, you know?
You know, and it's ages. I mean, I'm not young. Fuck, I'm old.
Yeah, I'm in my 50s.
But I know a lot of people who've gone young. I know people who've died from cancer,
Yeah.
never smoking in their mid-20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
It's all the time, man. Life has a time for all of us, you know? It's just weird. Like, some people will just party and just never sleep and all this stuff and live to be 70, 80 years old.
Right.
You know?
And
then
some
there's-
people are healthy and they
Get hit by a
drive
car.
at 28.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you just never know.
Yeah, it's one of those things. But the thing is to just make the most out of life while you still got it. And,
Right.
You know.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spin 3 tracks by Comedy of Terrors, and you are going to dig this when you hear it. Seriously. You know, I don't know, like, do you guys play outside of Seattle? Like, you ever go to Oregon or California?
We would if we could get the band to fucking get together all at the same time.
Right.
But you know, booking's a pain in the ass. None of us are particularly good at it, and so it's we catch as catch can. Nobody makes a living off of this.
Sure. Yeah, it's a labor of love.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to set up a West Coast tour for us. We're all over it, man.
Right.
Yeah, I was just thinking
We
that
just
would
don't
be
do the
killer.
work.
Yeah.
We'll show up though.
Yeah, that'd be cool to follow them around
Never
Oregon
missed it
and
yet.
California.
Never. Great. How long have you guys been a band?
Like over 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah. Yeah, we go to Portland a lot. It's pretty cool down in that area. So
Portland's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool town and all, but
I wouldn't
honestly,
want to live there, but I like visiting. Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I don't know. I kind of have issues with the crowds at Portland because, in my opinion, don't kill me for this, all you Portlandia people, but they don't really come out to support bands like I think they should. They're a big city, but you go to a show in Portland, there's like 20 people there. You know, and I don't care who the band is. That's all you see. Why is that?
Well, it might have to do with the fact that when you go to see a show, they make you leave after like 2 hours, you know, and then bring the next show in, and that might.
That's at one club. But, I mean, it's just weird how it's always like a little clique of people.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean,
It's the same no matter where you go.
yeah.
Right, people
It
are
really
people.
is.
But
The entertainment dollar has gotten spread pretty thin.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
Convenience trumps style
Yeah.
sometimes.
And now that we can no longer make money from the music that we write and record,
Right.
thanks to people like me
social media.
downloading everything.
Yeah.
What was our earlier conversation? Adam got a check for $26. I
Right.
got him for $35 for streaming.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. Breaking the bank over at was it BMI or
Or yeah,
ASCAP?
a raging river of fractional pennies.
Right.
That's, I mean, think about how many plays does it take to get like $35. I mean, you only get like 7.
It's quite a few plays. That's quite a few plays.
Yeah, it
actually.
is.
Yeah.
It is a lot of plays.
It was like
16 to 20,000 streams.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
For $20.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys, man, if you guys actually got out there and just hit the road for a little bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be extensive, but just
Yeah.
a little bigger area. Man, I know people would dig you guys.
You're preaching to the choir, man.
Yeah, I know. But you got 5-6 people, all with jobs and wives and house payments and kids, and it's not like we're 20 years old anymore.
Right.
You know?
It gets harder and harder to twist arms.
Right. And everyone's getting old, and their backs are
What?
hurting.
What are you saying? Fuck you!
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you yet.
Why did I overmodulate? Sorry about that.
no, I got a.
It's a hard limiter.
I got a limiter. What do I have? Yeah, I have a compressor that helps me out for that.
Right.
But so we're gonna play 3 tunes of Comedy of Terrors. One of my all-time favorite songs they do called "Big Machine."
Oh yeah,
I dig
love
this
that
tune.
one.
Yeah, that's the one we play that a lot.
He plays that one all the time.
Right, and then we're gonna play the song "Truth,"
All right.
which is off the new.
It's
CD.
new!
Brand new.
Is it a Thrash Zone exclusive?
No, this has been out for 6 or 8
Okay.
months. But
Yeah, but you'll probably be the first people to hear it.
But yeah, Rocket Motel. It's off of that album, Truth. And then we're gonna play 2x4 and come back.
Awesome.
And I think 2x4 is a new one also, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're gonna hear 2
And
bangers.
Seems remixed, right? On
Yeah,
the new
not
hits
the
album.
version he's got. It's the old one, but it's close enough. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a version of Big Machine on the Super Hits record. That's a Kelly remix.
Oh, on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the original.
Adam is playing guitar, the solo on Truth. Kelly's playing guitar on Big Machine.
All right. Well, we'll come back and talk to these guys a little bit more about how they run the machine and all of what Comedy of Terrors is, because it's probably a lot of work.
Fucking art. You know,
It
that's
is
all it
getting
is.
it all put together.
That's all it is.
Yeah. That's why you gotta love doing this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, because one of the biggest things I see in bands is you got say 4 or 5 guys, but one guy wants to be a rock star, another guy just wants to get laid, another guy just wants to get out of the house for a couple hours.
Right.
So his wife will leave him alone. It's people get in bands for different reasons, but
Right.
if you have 4 or 5 guys all with the same vision,
Right.
Getting laid.
Well, yeah. But then you could start making things happen because everyone has the same drive and the same goals. And it makes things a little easier to take that next step.
I would have to say everybody in this band is in it purely for the love.
The love of
the
music.
art of making this music.
I'll tell you what, if I was in a band that sounded as good as you guys, I'd be in it for the love of music too.
Right.
These guys kick ass. You're gonna love them. Comedy of Terrors. We'll be right back. They're a band out of Seattle.
Hell yeah.
Thrash Zone, baby.
Crank it.